All right, beloved, let's talk about it. We've had some time with my new intuition to mull over the dreams of the past that I thought were associated with the break-off reality known as Hebrew Israelism, which is a lie. We know it's a lie. We know every one of those biblical weirdos is a fucking liar. And their warlock leaders are the central secret keepers and are, well, responsible for detestable things we can't even utter because we know they're awful. So, and generations of them. That being said, we want to think about something. We've had dreams as a Hebrew Israelite, thinking that they aligned with the scriptures of the day of the Lord, right? Where, I guess the bow of steel and all those things come here. They think it's World War III. They think it's nuclear warfare. It is described in the scriptures, if they are real, as prophetic future happenings. But it all is apocalyptic. But if we look at how this worth was formed, it is kind of apocalyptic, cosmic, rocks from the sky. Back then, there was no missiles, right? So they were probably actually talking about hot rocks from the sky. Or they could be, reinterpreted as things that they thought reflected things of the day. Bow of steel? Did they have that back then? Maybe. Is that a 1616 interpretation or 1611 interpretation? I don't know. That's why you got to throw that out. And you got to think, all those dreams, what was I getting? We know that there's some kind of digital currency coming and an implementation of the tracking micro device that lets them get access to full-time access to your location and your bank account and all that stuff. That's actually going to happen. It has nothing to do with the biblical paradigm. That's going to actually get transmuted. The goal for these gods is they don't want us to have digital currency. They don't really want that. It's going to happen. But it's going to be muted by something. The dream I had in Albuquerque, New Mexico, I came to a hot dream. I just got into starting the biblical paradigm. And I bought into it. And I was like, no, I'm a terrible human. I was awful. I was not right. I didn't work as much as I should have. I went and got in trouble earlier in life and just couldn't get back on the horse again. And I was thinking, I'm going to get pelted by nuclear missiles here in Babylon the Great, so-called, right? Bullshit. It's not going to fucking happen. The dreams, the more I think about it, these were fiery, burning things. Missiles don't come down like fiery, burning, smoldering things, and you don't feel the heat from them. And the sound from the concussions was different than munitions. Munitions sound different, right? They have a high explosive cadence, whereas hot rocks from the sky and meteors sound a whole lot different. They hit things. Doesn't sound like artillery activity, right? So, and there's like a whistling to missiles and the stuff. There's like a sound, whereas meteors have a different sound. They're not, I don't know if they're going as fast, right? Maybe that's the answer. So, and this dream was, I was on a mountain in Albuquerque and these rocks came down from the sky. And I thought it was the day of the Lord or whatever. And I felt really hot because I heard the concussions going around. The more I look at it, this paradigm we're talking about is space weather. It's an actual thing. We were given indications and warnings. And if you look at all these other religions that are really popular, they have indications and warnings of cataclysmic things that could potentially happen. Cosmic, right? Cosmic things. The gods warring among themselves, right? Unstoppable powers. We don't think that really happened here. We think that's a personification of the planets in the solar system with each culture, because those are the actual powers that rule over us. And we believe they contact us via their intelligent process because they have access to our minds, right? There's a mind matter phenomenon waveform pattern that gets access to us, right? It's outside the visible range, right? It's a special thing. They call it the spirit and stuff. It's not. It's a different thing, right? But it is an infinite energy source that once it leaves this container, goes on to any other dispositions that are more cosmic, right? But we ought to consider individual, socially responsible living, right? That's the whole point of it, right? Not be crazy to each other. Try and promote each other. Trying to create cohesion and not allow non-human entities to get in between us and our form and function, right? Which is why the corpse oration, it's an occupation of dead things that have a authority over the living? Should it be the dead that have authority over the living? That doesn't make sense. Corporations are dead bodies that are not human, that have high authority and rights over oppressing your own rights and overreaching your own rights, right? That occupation needs to stop. The culture of our social interaction with each other in that capacity should completely terraform. We should go back to, you guys in your country have to hire in your country. No crazy, if you want to do that outside, that's fine. But our country shouldn't do that. And it's bad for your country to do that. You're allowing other people from collapsed job markets into your job market when your job market's collapsing and your economy is collapsing and your dollar's inflating. Not a good idea. Never been a good idea to do stuff like that. So, of course, we tangent. We love the tangent. We want to get back to specifically talking about those dreams, right? We believe from Venus, right? Hot rocks from the sky in that region of Venus and Mercury and the sun. And we believe that dream in Albuquerque ahead on that mountain was also seeing some stuff in the background where there was missiles. The stuff near me hitting was rocks from the sky. I was like, that can't be a missile. That's smoking and smoldering and coming down and is falling apart, right? The other things, I did see missiles, but it was in a later flash because I felt that warm heat of everything getting close. I guess maybe I didn't get away. Maybe I did. And then we got another flash. The flash was the hot rocks coming down and then seeing the arcs. Arcs are definitely missiles. So the first speckling, we may have gotten speckled once, and then we got another, because I was in another outfit during the second flash. It was like a quick intuition flash where I felt like I was on my balcony and all this stuff was coming down. The second intuition flash during that dream that was most, besides the hot feelings of things getting close, I could feel the warmth press me, right? As those things were falling down. Missiles don't do that. Before concussion sounds, right? And I saw smoldering things coming down. The next flash, I was kind of dressed in khakis and a polo and stuff, and I was looking up, I was like, oh, those are missiles. Because I was seeing smoldering rocks, and I think what happened is Russia got nailed with one of those meteor showers like that, and they thought they were missiles. Because of how they arced across the globe, they mistook them, and the dead hand system kicked off. Or they had something weird happen, something that would have never happened. And we basically, on accident, ate a whole nuclear payload, right? We hope that never happens. We hope the dead hand system over there is way better than that. So we hope that's we hope America doesn't have anything like that is like, oh, we think we're getting nailed, but it's hot rocks from the sky. We hope there's intelligent people watching those things, right? Just some thoughts. I have some other dreams that we do believe they are going to do a microchip of some kind, guys. I don't recommend them. At this point in time, it's okay to say I don't recommend them. Until they outlaw you saying that I don't recommend them, right? But if they make them mandatory, I don't know how you're going to have something help you, right? We believe we've got something helping us, right? To refute all those things. All right. And remember, we got to serve the earth, Todd's son Horus, right, the sun, and then Labna Yarak Luna, the moon, right? So we're going to give honor to the sun. I was out there, Todd's son Horus, he's the dude, right? Put your eyes right on me nude, right? All that. We got to follow the sun. We got to follow the moon. We got to consider Malkuth, the spirit of the earth, that wants to disclose all its things to thee. Honor them and see if it helps you. Just some thoughts, kids. Later, beloved necromancer out.